Today I will be interviewing my principal, Mr. Wilkins. My name is Michael, and I'm here in 4th grade at OWN2 Charter School. And yeah, hello, Mr. Wilkins.
How are you, Mahali? How are you today?
Good. You?
Very good. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. So, my first question is, when did you become a principal?
Well, that's a very good question, Mahali. I first got certified to become a licensed principal back in 2008. About a year after that, I took on the role of being a principal. And I've had work that allowed me to become a principal, not just in elementary schools, but in also high schools. So I've had a vast amount of experience working in different schools at different age ranges. But I will tell you, this is probably the most rewarding. I was the founder of this school, and this school opened in 2018. And I have to say, it's been nothing but a pure joy to be here in this school and to work with students like you.
Thank you. Now, my second question is, what are the responsibilities of a principal?
Wow, that's a really tough question. So this job encompasses quite a bit. First of all, the main constituents or stakeholders are staff, students, families, and then you've got some other external constituents. But let me focus on those three for just a minute. I would say that the biggest thing for me is really having to work with the staff and the students. And I'll tell you that the main responsibility of meeting the needs of what the teachers need to be able to teach students, making sure the students have curriculum and supplies that will allow them to grow and learn. And then I think the next part is just making sure that we get all of those things working together in one direction. Do you know what direction that is?
Yeah, the direction of going in the right path.
So that right path, thank you, Mahali, that right path is really making sure that students can excel and be the best students they can be. So that really requires making sure that we monitor and monitor the work that teachers are doing, making sure that teachers get the right curriculum, making sure that they are able to work with students and get the right coaching and supports that we can give them so they can grow as well. Because we're all in this process to grow and learn.
Yep.
And although I'm the principal, I'm probably learning a lot more than most people because I learned a lot from them.
Yeah, that's true. So my third question is, what experiences or skills do you need to become a principal?
Well, that's a good question, Mahali. So you're thinking about it too, huh?
Yeah.
Good, good. Well, I'll tell you, first of all, I think it's a really good idea. Not that it has to happen this way, but it's probably a very good idea if everyone has an opportunity to work in a classroom with wonderful students like yourself.
Thank you.
That is part of, you're welcome, that's part of learning what it is expected of a principal to be able to do. So if you can switch roles for a minute, making sure that you can work in the role of a teacher and you understand the work that students have to do, that allows you to at least be somewhat prepared to be a principal. But there are other realms of this work that really requires that you have read and researched the legal requirements for being able to run a school, looking at all the different components. Remember, we not only have teachers, but we have specials. We also have staff for nursing, staff for cooking, staff for cleaning, and we have also support staff, which is quite a lot of people that helps to make a school a healthy one. So when you think about the roles that everyone has to work with, part of that is being able to make sure that you can work with people. One of the biggest responsibilities as a principal is being able to manage and make sure that everyone can get along and also resolve conflicts, because sometimes when you have so many different people working in different places doing different things, it doesn't always work out the way you plan them. So being able to work with people is really, really important. Solving problems and making sure that you have a good operations person like Ms. Wallace, making sure you have a great secretary, like Ms. Valencia, making sure that the teachers are doing the work that they need to do because they are really, really important. And how do you bring parents in to support the work that you're doing in the school because you want them to really reinforce some of that at home? So those are the kind of things that, as a principal, and where do you get that experience? Sometimes you learn the work while you're doing it, but one of the best experiences is to actually have some experience working in the school for a pretty lengthy period of time. And that's one of the reasons why part of the requirement for doing this work is that you have been a teacher for about 5 years before you can even get a license to do the work. And after you've spent that amount of time, you might get an opportunity to learn how to perfect that. So this has been a great opportunity for me to grow and to learn and to practice some of the things that I've thought about doing to build a community, because this is what it is, a community. It's like a family.
Yeah. So my fourth question is, what do you enjoy most about your occupation?
So there is really a lot to enjoy, but I think there's probably no greater joy than unfortunately seeing kids grow and go. And what I mean by that is that we have kids who come in kindergarten and they stay here with us for 5 years, and then they go on to pursue the rest of their academic trajectory. And so for us, I think, as much as it pains to see kids go, one of the great things is to see them growing on to their next phase in life academically. And so for me, the biggest joy is to see kids really graduate and see them fly out of the nest to grow into other experiences academically and to become future leaders, which is what all of you are going to do, right?
Yep.
Great.
And my fifth question, not last but least, what is your message for your students?
That's a very good question, Mahali. If there was one message that I had, do I get the two messages?
Sure.
Okay, great. So, of the two messages, one message that I would like to encourage students is to be open minded about your learning. Never discount the importance of what you're doing in the school. It may not seem like something you want to do now, it may not seem like something that's important to you now, but everything matters, whether you're in music, whether you're in science, whether you're in social studies, whether you're in art. Everything has a lot of discipline to it, and that's going to work toward helping students to develop. Um, the next important message is this one, and I want you to listen very carefully and please take this with you. Believe in yourself. You have every opportunity to be anything you want to be, and you have the potential to be the greatest and the best at everything you do.